So you're thinking about moving to Roswell, Georgia, and your budget is $1 million or more, but you have no idea what your money will buy. And that's what this video is all about. We're going to take you around to some properties in the $1 million plus price range. Also give you a little tour of downtown so you can get some insights into the life and the lifestyle. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Atlanta, or in this case Roswell, subscribe below, ring the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Atlanta. My name's Denny. The team and I get calls each and every day from people just like you looking to make the move, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving next week, next year, or any time in between, call, text, email, schedule a Zoom. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move. As I mentioned in this video, we're going to take you around and show you some properties in that $1 million plus price range. But before I do that, I thought I would just take a stroll down the street here in Roswell, give you some insights into what the lifestyle looks like. So this is historic downtown Roswell. You're talking about it's 200 years old or more, and you've got little Alley Steakhouse right here. It's like the best steak in all of Atlanta. I absolutely love it. Right here you have Salt Factory across the street. Down here you have my favorite coffee shop in Roswell called Crazy Love. Down there on the right, you've got another one of my favorite places. It's called Fellows Cafe. I actually met my wife over there for brunch today. They have really great food, coffee, mimosas, all that kind of stuff. But whether it's sushi or Mexican or anything in between, these are all bars and restaurants. And then in the alleyway behind and all down this street, it's all been commercialized. So it's all boutiques and, like I said, restaurants and things of that nature. And then this area is surrounded by residential, single family homes, parks and recreation, youth sports, all that stuff. So if you're looking for a very active lifestyle, you can find it here in Roswell. This is Canton Street. And if I can make sure I don't get hit walking across the street, during the spring and the summer, they actually have what's called Live After 5, and they shut all this down. And I'm talking young, old, married, single, family, kids, no kids, all of everybody in between. There's live music, there's bars, there's restaurants, there's a brewery right behind me, right back there. Over here, there's another one called Variant. It's got an IPA called Cashmere. That's one of my favorites. So all this area is really got a ton of energy. And I'm gonna show you some houses that are near, that are close to it, and some that are not so close. So let's go check out the first property on our tour. On this stop above $1 million in Roswell, you're in for a treat because Toll Brothers is one of my favorite builders. This is the Toll Brothers community, and we're in kind of the northeast. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. The northeast Roswell area. It's only really close to where I live, actually, just maybe 8 minutes down the road. And this is an area where Roswell and Woodstock and Alpharetta all kind of come together. So, you know, you're probably a good 15 minutes from downtown Roswell, but you're probably just as close, maybe 15 minutes, maybe even less, to downtown Alpharetta. As you can see with this truck right here, they're still building. There's a significant number of properties that are already done. But plenty of them left as well. As you know, on these tours, I'm never really selling a house. It's more of like an idea concept, giving you insights into the market, and this being the market above $1 million. And so this particular community goes for about 1.3 to 1.6 million. That's after you get the lot premium, the design, and all those kinds of things. But that's probably about the range that you'll be in. Obviously, brand new construction. And I'll pan around really quick and maybe even throw up some pictures from the website just so you can see some different plans. But here you have kind of that. You know, it's a flat yard, but this one's elevated. That's probably a retention or a creek, a retention pond, but you've got that kind of design going on. This is the one we're going to be looking at, which is the Park Stone Contemporary. And then you've got that one right over there. So a lot of different, what I love about Toll Brothers is it truly is a custom builder. You don't feel like, and you're going to see that for yourself, you don't feel like, you know, it's cookie cutter, like your neighbor's not going to be living in the same home you are. Now you might have the same floor plan, but there's a lot of different floor plans. So it's there's not going to be a lot of any one floor plan, but once you get in, all the fixtures, all the finishes, all the design choices, like they're all going to be the craftsmanship, the quality, the attention to detail, the materials, all second to none. Again, about 1.3 to 1.6 million. So let's go and take a look. Before we go in, I mentioned, you know, that it's 1.3 to 1.6 million, depending on a lot of different factors, but you're gonna see 5 and 6 bedroom configurations. This one is 6 bedrooms. You're gonna see 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. This one has an unfinished basement, so it could have even more if you really needed it, or, you know, whether it was more bedrooms or just a rec room or a movie room or whatever. They can do all that stuff in the basement. This basement is unfinished, but let's go check out this one. right, and there you have it. That was an absolutely beautiful property. I'm sure you will agree. And frankly, I would expect a home like that to even be a little bit more. So in this market, I would have to do an awful lot to the house I paid almost $1 million for down the street to make it look like that. Now, I have 4 acres to go with mine, so obviously there's a lot of value in the land, but it depends on you, your lifestyle, and you know, do you prefer a swim, tennis? I didn't mention it earlier. Pool, tennis courts, all that stuff on there. As always, don't ever walk into a model home like this and just, you know, try to buy a house from the agent on site. He works for whoever's there. They work for the builder, and so their job is to sell you a home and to maximize the profit for the builder, and they have a fiduciary responsibility to the builder. When you work with a team like ours, we have a fiduciary responsibility to you. We are on your team, and our job is to get you the best deal and negotiate the best terms. Sometimes that's price, sometimes it's design credit, sometimes it's closing costs. You know, the market is not one in which now, over the last couple of months, builders are getting, you know, kind of nervous about this price stabilization, and they're willing to, you know, make some deals if you know what to ask for. And oftentimes that's not just the price. There's a lot of different terms and levers and things that we can pull. So always, as always, call, text, email, you know, schedule a Zoom, whatever you is comfortable for you. Happy to help you make a smooth move here, whether it's new construction, whether it's Toll Brothers, whether it's another builder, another community. As always, reach out. On to the next one. So this property, just above $1 million, is right here. You can see like the side terrace level entrance, nice private backyard. And I'm gonna walk across the front so you can kind of see the rest of it. But this was the model home when this neighborhood was built. Now, it was built in 2003. And so finishes are nice, but the design it's a little bit dated. Like it's a really nice kitchen, really nice bathrooms, all that stuff. But after 20 years, you know, those things show their age. Nice neutral paint, flooring is wonderful, but it could use later, like, you know, it's perfectly fine the way that it is. But if you wanted to, you could add some value by upgrading the kitchens or refinishing the kitchens and bathrooms at some point. But so just over 4,000 square feet, 4,096 square feet. It was initially listed at $1.2 million. It's been lowered to $1,150,000, which puts it at $284 a foot, which is in line with the market with this level of finishes. But again, being dated, you'd want to see that, in my opinion, even a little bit lower, so that you would have some room to redo those kitchens and bathrooms. A kitchen in this price point could be $50,000 or $100,000 by itself. The real showstopper for this particular property, it's got plenty of space in terms of bedrooms and bathrooms and offices and unfinished storage and finished areas that you could use for a variety of different things, whether it's a theater or different. So it's got all of that stuff in it inside, but again, you know, could use some paint in some of the rooms that are different colors for kids. It has a huge expansive deck on the back, as well as a putting green, a saltwater pool, jacuzzi. The outdoor entertaining is second to none. So if you're into, you know, doing a lot of entertaining, having a lot of people over, if you like to golf, I mean, if you don't do golf, then a putting green in the backyard is not going to do you a lot of good. But the pool is fabulous, and there is a lot to be desired. I think ultimately it's just about pairing this home with the perfect buyer, and that may or may not be you. This home may or may not be available when you're watching this video, but this is just less than a mile from historic Roswell, from Canton Street, from area parks, from schools. Like, everything's in close. So this is location. So area is fabulous, community is fabulous. Property depends on the eye of the beholder, but that's 1.15 million here in Roswell. Okay, well, in this stop above $1 million in Roswell, first of all, you can see I'm on, this is a fairly busy road, so you're gonna have cars coming by, so that's the one negative to this. I'm not showing you this house, but just to give you a perspective, this property behind me is 12,000 square feet, 10 acres, very well manicured, at least 2 or 3 acres around the house. I can't see the whole thing. It's $4 to $5 million. That's about what I'd say. But this home right here behind me is actually on the market. That one is not. But this one behind me is. It's been on the market for 22 days. It's 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and it's right under 7,500 square feet. I want to say like 7,430, and it's listed at 1.9999999. Yeah, let's just call it $2 million, would you? And it's actually been recently lowered by $180,000. And again, like I said, it's been on the market for about 3 weeks. They have a new roof, new HVAC, new water heaters, new carpet, new paint, all of that kind of stuff on the inside. It's also situated right on a private lake where you could do fishing and kayaking and boating and that kind of stuff. And so it's a fabulous property, 2.16 acres, so over 2 acres. We're just maybe 8 to 10 minutes from downtown Roswell, close proximity to Brookfield Country Club, where if you're into golf, where you can get a golf course membership. From a design perspective, they did do a good job in bringing it as current as possible without what I would consider spending the real big money, right? You can't take a home that was built, 20 years ago and put in paint and carpet and that kind of stuff and not redo counters and tile and make it completely fresh. It still looks great, but from a design perspective, it's probably not as modern or farmhouse or on, in line with, new construction like you've seen on this tour, but it still looks really expensive, really luxurious, and they've done a really great job without completely ripping out tile and flooring and counters and that kind of stuff too. But great property if you're into something that's a little bit more traditional, in that $2 million range. Again, on 2 acres, on a lake, lots of activities. The school system's great, all that stuff. But again, I love when I get the beeps. You're gonna get a lot of, this is a very busy road. It sits back off the road, and it's easy to get in and out of your driveway, but I'd have to be in the house or in the backyard to see if you can really hear any of this noise. And let's go check out the next property. Well, you don't see this every day. We're only about 10 minutes from downtown Roswell, and I rarely run into a road that's not paved, but here you have a gravel road. I'm gonna have to put up pictures because you can't even really see the property. It is not these homes right here. It's actually right up this private drive, if you can see, right here behind me, up at the top of the hill, through all those trees. I'm not gonna go up there, but I will tell you this, it's rare to find a gravel road. I live off of a gravel driveway, not a gravel road, but the paint disappears about 5 minutes before you even get to my house. This one is up on a hill, it's elevated, the driveway is actually paved, and it's a little over 3 acres here in Roswell, which is a lot of land. You've got 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, over 4,700 and some odd square feet, almost 5,000 square feet. And here's the thing I love about it. Although it's not new construction, the design choices has been renovated, and the interior is very sophisticated, luxurious, but also kind of cozy and quaint. And so I love all the design choices inside. You've got tons of wood and built-ins and thick crown molding. You've got a beautiful renovated pool in the backyard oasis. Great exterior, like landscape lighting. There's a gym, there's a double walk-in closets in the master, open like double oven chef's kitchen. There's not really a lot missing from this property. I think, you know, if anyone is discouraged, it would be from the gravel road, but that doesn't bother me. You just gotta wash your car a little bit more often. But if you're kind of looking for something that's peaceful, this road, you know, one of the other ones I showed you is in the same price point, was at $2 million. I mean, busy street everywhere. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes, no one's even driven by. So if you're looking for like a little oasis, a little peace and quiet in the middle of Roswell, right down the street from Roswell High School, great school systems, close proximity to country clubs, you can get to Roswell, you can get to Alpharetta, you can do all that stuff, and you can have your little private retreat right here. Well, that wraps up our tour of $1 million and up here in Roswell. Hopefully you have some better insights into what the market looks like and what your lifestyle will look like. As always, we appreciate feedback, so leave that in the comments below. Like, which was your favorite property? What do you want your lifestyle to look like? And whether you're moving next week, next year, or anytime in between, call, text, email, schedule a Zoom, whatever's comfortable for you. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Roswell or any of the other Atlanta suburbs. And until we see you in person, we'll see you on the next episode.